What's up guys, Dan here again, and I wanted to do a video on red Texas cichlids, I guess we call them, today, and kind of explain that to all of you just with what my understanding is and my experience. I'm doing a video in front of my fish tank again because my fish are more interesting than I am probably, but I wanted to explain to you kind of the basics. So a red Texas cichlid. A red Texas is a hybrid cichlid. It comes from a green Texas male traditionally, right? So green Texas, usually an Escondido, but you can also, I believe the classic style was using a Cyano Texas. There are two different types of Texas cichlids. And a female blood parrot. The reason why you use the female blood parrot, male blood parrots are almost always sterile. They're not able to reproduce, so you use a male green Texas, female blood parrot. Blood parrots are made up of two things. They're made up of some amph blood, like a red devil, and they're made up of vieja blood, like a synspilum. So usually it's a red devil synspilum combo, and they're usually 50-50%. So a red Texas, the green Texas male bred with a female blood parrot, will produce the blood in it will be 25% red devil, 25% vieja, and 50% green Texas. The red devil provides the red color and also the fading. The green Texas provides the fancy pearl pattern on it and the beautiful pattern. And the vieja kind of acts like a primer and just works really good with that blood of making it, because breeding a red devil directly to a green Texas, you don't really get the same good result. So blood parrot, the little squishy fat blood parrots are usually best. When you deal with something like a Mammon or King Kong parrot, they have more blood mixture in it, which creates more chaos. Because the fish is a hybrid, the red Texas is a hybrid, this means that the fry are going to turn out many different ways. You cross a blood parrot and a red Texas, a green Texas, you're going to have all kinds of different fries. Some fry are going to have pearls like the father, some are going to have red and fade. Fading is when you go from like a black color or normal gray color and they peel off their skin or fade off their skin to the red. Only a small percentage fade like their mother. Some of them are going to have some pearls and fade. Some of them are going to have, you know, almost no pearls. So you get all kinds of spotty things. Because of this, that's what makes the red Texas so expensive. To have a fish that has a good body shape, that has full pearls, that has full red color and fades, is extremely rare. Usually in a F1 cross, we call it, it's the first generation of crossing those fish together, you're not going to get any good fish. Maybe you'll get one or two that are okay. And so one of the other difficulties is, because the blood parrots are infertile, the males, almost all male red Texas are infertile as well. So you can't breed a male red Texas. So a lot of people, if you do that cross and you're lucky enough to get a female that's bright red and has some good pearls, so it fades red and good pearls or decent pearls, then you cross that back to another male green Texas, maybe the father, and then you take the fry, and hopefully you get some that have some more green gene or pearl gene. So you're increasing that genes there and keeping the red gene, and you keep going. And so that's a red Texas. A lot of the red Texas you guys in this group probably have seen are from me or Chris posting Woody's red Texas. And actually most of the red Texas we have posted have been from a super red Texas female or red Texas female with a male green Texas. Sometimes it just works. So it's not always as simple as just taking two fish that look real good and breeding them together, because their genes may not match up well. Like, there's no way to know the complete genetic makeup of that fish, so it may not match up well. Woody's pair that's been there has been throwing fantastic fish. A lot of them fade, a lot of them have a ton of pearls and good body shape. He's kind of hit the jackpot with that, and he's been doing this line breeding for a long time. A super red Texas is actually different than a red Texas, to my understanding. It's usually when you take a red Texas and a red Texas and breed them together. So you manage to get a male red Texas that is fertile. Again, I mentioned is very rare. And you breed that with a red Texas female that lays eggs. Not all red Texas female lay eggs, so that's another complication. You have a lot better chance. But then you breed them together, and then you get super red Texas. So like a generation 4 F4 super red Texas is 4 generations of breeding them and breeding them and breeding them and breeding them to get fry. Still, even then, if you have some fantastic quality parents with a good genetic line and you've bred them for a long time, then you get fry like Chris is selling from Woody, which is some high quality fry from a fantastic pair that has a really good proven chance from its proven record of turning into great fish. But most fish aren't going to turn out fantastic. So you have 800 babies from even a great fantastic pair like the pair I have here. You have 800 babies, maybe 100 of them turn A grade and they're like got a lot of pearls and some good shape and you think they're going to fade. And then maybe only a small percentage of those actually fade and turn well and turn out nice. And then only maybe 1 or 2 would be considered a masterpiece. A masterpiece grade is where all the stars line up. It's got perfect pearl coverage around it into the fins. The fins are very nice, some great body shape. The red color comes out and they fade to a great red. That's what we call a masterpiece. Most red Texas aren't going to be masterpiece. And this is why you guys will see a disconnect between like, wait a second, why are red Texas going for $200, $300, $400, $500? Yet at my PetSmart, I can get one for $20, $30. Realistically, there's not much of a chance that a red Texas at PetSmart is going to be anything more than a garbage fish, I guess to say. You know, it may have some pearls on it. You may end up getting some red base. It may end up fading if you're lucky. But who knows what the parents from. I suspect that the parents are actually a Vieja female that they're using, because a lot of them have just a ton of that Vieja trait to them at the red Texas at the store. And that's why you'll go there. And then also the thing is with hybrids, you don't know how they're going to grow up. It's such a gamble. So many of them are low quality or look low quality, and so you try to raise up the best one, and sometimes this fish that looks ugly turns into such a masterpiece. Usually you want to wait until about like 5 inches and you can really start seeing it. This is why the prices go up as they come more. You'll see Woody sell some that have some great potential about this big, and he's asking an insane price because all the signs point that this fish is going to be amazing. But because it's not that amazing, it's only going for $200 rather than $600 right now. And I'm talking like a fantastic fish. So there's a lot of things involved with that red Texas in trying to get nice red Texas. If you're trying to breed some yourself, I recommend trying to find a female red Texas. Especially, I mentioned proven fish. A proven fish is one that has bred, and it's confirmed to bred. She is, or a female, she's laid eggs. So we've seen her lay eggs multiple times. A male red Texas, he has fertilized eggs successfully. It's hard to get. I've paid premium dollars for my male, female fertile proven red Texas. So that's kind of like all kinds of information about red Texas. You can go ahead and ask me if you have more questions and post it up. There's a lot to learn. I'm even learning more, but there's a lot going on, getting into how to groom these fish and how to bring out the best in them, how to tell good fish or not. But I just kind of wanted to explain to you, like, what is a red Texas? How do you get red Texas? Why does my PetSmart red Texas look like crap, but somebody else's PetSmart red Texas is actually turning out nice? Why are the prices so there? So hopefully this helps answer some of those questions and clear it up. Go ahead and holler at me if you have any questions, guys. Hope this video helps. Thanks. Let's look at the fish real quick. That's a male